Buongiorno. Hello. Uh, you know, imagine a psychopath would tell me that I need to make these videos on YouTube to self-regulate. Well, I'm asking you, isn't it a better trauma response to make videos that might help other people and is a communicative form of processing harmful, toxic experiences than to become a psychopath yourself by sacrificing access to your true self, by killing the processing of all emotions and become indifferent, to numb oneself, to kill oneself. To be psychopathic is a form of is a form of suicide. It's an internal form of suicide, but you still keep walking. Just as a goal-oriented, reaction-creating zombie, you become the reflection of a human being. You know, a psychopath is created from the surface to the inside, while a healthy human being is created from the inside, and all that we see is just the surface of this, what I call infinite individuality, coming from the inside. It's an honest, it's like when you look at the building from the outside has building blocks, all right? And you see the surface of the building blocks. And when you cut into the building and you look, it's the same material, it's massively stone, that's a real person. Psychopath is different. They have the surface material that looks like it's that material, but when you look inside, it's completely different. It's like the modern buildings, they're psychopathic, all right? They alienate human beings who live in these buildings. We want to live in authentic materials that we know intuitively since millions of years, like stone, clay, wood. May I say, a Rastaman tell you the truth. And to make videos on YouTube that might help other people to deal and overcome the same problems without becoming psychopathic or choose the borderline solution for organizing their personality or the narcissistic solution. So the borderline solution is you also abandon yourself inside your emotional world by externalizing it and imbuing other people with the drama that you can't stand through projective identification. That's the malignant shared fantasy of the borderliner. Or you do the narcissistic solution, which means you completely retreat into the inner world of yourself and abandon the reality. Is the fantasy defense of the narcissist. But they can only do it by creating a grandiose sense of self that is not rooted in reality anymore. By creating a fantasy that's not real, because the reality they can't stand. All right? So the psychopath has already done suicide to himself, herself. All right? The narcissist kills reality, the borderliner kills their inner world. Okay? You see, I like 6 sugar in my tea. So I think it's a better solution to make YouTube videos and stay a human being that is functional In all regards, I repeat, I am a functional man in anything you want. But don't ask me. No, I'm real, dude. What the hell, dude? So to become indifferent and traumatize people around me and have the callous audacity to create multiple false narrations to present a sick family cult where everybody's playing victim, you know? Oh, I'm in this situation because somebody forced me to get an asylum, so I'm not taking responsibility for ending up in asylum, being medicated. Oh no, I'm not taking responsibility. Somebody forced me to get there, all right? And since I was in asylum, of course I get a diagnosis. Everybody gets a diagnosis there. So that's all fake. You know, to have the audacity to create a narration like that and present it as a healthy environment for my kids at home, that can only a psychopath can do that. They have to be at the same time indifferent to the real emotional state of their children. They have to be willing to pay their own selfish needs by traumatizing their children, give their children an abandonment trauma. They are willing to do this because they're indifferent, and they will possess the insane audacity to present this as a better solution in general than keeping a core family of functional parents. At least one of the parents is fully functional from A to Z, right? And they will then say, you know, that's the gaslighting, like, what the fuck? I will then say, you know, you need these videos to self-regulate. Yeah, definitely. I'm not a psychopath. I'm not one of your borderline narcissistic slaves. I'm Mr. Rebel. I'm a living man. I'm a Rasta. I distance myself from all dysfunction, and I prove it with everyday life. And I will prove it till the end of time, and I will call out people who gaslight me like that. And I do this on YouTube so it helps others. Because I'm a strong and functional man in all regards. Okay? And it might help other men to understand that it's not a sign of weakness to struggle with psychopath. Because psychopath can dismantle anyone, even their own parents, their own fathers. They can dismantle them from the inside, break them. Okay? Fathers that created this monster because they thought it would be a good idea to idealize a child and let the child take control over everything. And this will make the child happy. So be happy. Okay? And if you don't give the child limits ever, you create a person that knows no boundaries because it learned that it can decide over other people and play God, and then present a narration that rationalizes their behavior and moralizes their behavior. In other words, a psychopath. Give me some time, I need space.